So it is Christmas Eve and I'm alone. And on Christmas, I will be alone as well. Pleasant, and I don't really want to spend my holidays feeling like an outsider in a family I chose to walk away from. So, is how much that breakup, that very first breakup of us, sucks. Like, almost worse than the divorce itself.
Welcome back, family. Today we are going to review yet another modern woman who decided to leave her marriage thinking that Chad would commit to her. Then after getting pumped and dumped by Chad, she decided to become a life coach, as they all do. Let's first start by watching loneliness hitting her hard.
So it is Christmas Eve and I'm alone. And on Christmas, I will be alone as well. I don't have my kids this year for the holidays. I get them on Saturday. And we're going to take a fun RV trip next week. I was traveling with them over Thanksgiving, and then I traveled the week after Thanksgiving, and I didn't want my poor little doggy to think that I disowned him. So technically I'm not alone. I'm with my dog. But here's how 3 years after divorce, I'm processing the holidays being alone. And maybe this makes you feel normal. Maybe this offers you some insight. Maybe it gives you hope for holiday seasons to come. Who knows? And hey, my name's Tara, and I'm on a mission to create a self-aware army because, man, when you are self-aware and you understand how to perspective shift, life gets a lot better, a lot easier, and you're in control of how your life unfolds a lot more. Am I sad that I'm alone on the holidays? Last week I had a little bit of a moment of like, what does it mean? Like, Christmas, I shouldn't be alone. And should I go hang out with my ex-husband and his family and his girlfriend with my kids on Christmas morning? I'm sure they'd let me come over, but that did not sound like it would be pleasant. And I don't really want to spend my holidays feeling like an outsider in a family I chose to walk away from. So when I look at the reality of Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, everybody's with their families. It's not that I didn't have places to go. I could have flown across country to go spend it with my family, my parents, my brother and his family, and my grandmother, my 90-something-year-old grandmother. But I made a decision when I was getting divorced that on the years I didn't have my kids, I would make Christmas something fun and exciting for me. And usually that involves travel. Right? And that involves going to do things that I wouldn't normally allow myself to do, or that would be cost prohibitive with bringing my kids along. And so every year that I haven't had my kids, I've actually gone skiing and I've done solo trips. And this year, because I've been gone a lot and because I'm traveling next week, I decided not to. And so there is no part of this today and tomorrow, as much as it's kind of a odd way to think, that wasn't intentionally chosen. I'm not a victim to my choices. I could very much be with other people's families. I could be with my best friend and her family if I wanted to. I could go back and visit my family, but I didn't want to sit around and pretend like I wasn't missing my kids when all of my family was there. My nieces and nephews were opening presents. I just didn't want to do that for my own mental health. So either Merry Christmas or fuck the holidays. It's just another Tuesday and Wednesday. Your call.
I believe that women like this just have to get dogs and die alone since they just want puppets around them. Do not be fooled by how much these modern women pretend to be happy alone online. It is a lie. Their emotions are all over the place. They are truly lonely behind closed doors. But they always pretend to be happy alone because they have an image to sell. Women don't want to hear the truth. They prefer to hear what makes them feel good. That's why they listen to life coach like this woman who doesn't even have her own life together. The next clip will really show you who this woman really is and the real reason she really wanted to leave her marriage. She's starting dating even before the divorce was finalized. Check it out.
Now, what I did in my marriage was basically slow quit it. Now, I didn't know what that was at the time, but my feelings for him and the breakup kind of was happening over a period of years where it was just a very slow death to the relationship. And when you get out of a marriage or you separate from that person, and I jumped into another relationship within 6 months of us separating, thinking I was ready, even though technically I was still married, so don't recommend that, but you got to figure it out for yourself, you know? And that relationship moved very quickly because I went right back into wife mode. He was also recently divorced, so we were kind of each other's, I would say, rebounds. And so I kind of just went right back into wifey mode and just kind of played that role and tried to recreate those feelings. But I don't know that I got super emotionally deep with this person because I don't think that we were compatible like that. It wasn't until about a year and a half after that when there was somebody that I really felt had potential for me to fall in love with, and I dove right into that, right? And it was a love bombing, anxious avoidant kind of a thing, but I wasn't aware of what that was at the time. And it only lasted about 6 weeks. and it fizzled out just as quickly as it started, but it lingered. Like that breakup and its impact on me really lingered. And here's why. Because that was the first time I had to really face that there were patterns that I thought were only exclusive to my ex-husband and me and our dynamic, that I started to recognize, oh, this is happening again with somebody else, or these same things are coming up, or these same feelings, or the same anxiety was coming up. I don't think I can keep blaming it on everybody else because I'm the common denominator. Ouch! For me, if somebody is not self-aware and not either in therapy or doing the healing work or, doing their own personal journey, they're gonna fucking hate me after a couple months, because I love those chats. I love the deep talks. I love understanding human behavior. It is my world, right? I'm very effective at it. And if they aren't on that journey themselves, they're not gonna value that in me. And that is one of the qualities I value most in myself. So we're already gonna be misaligned, in the experience. When you start to get attracted to a person, all of a sudden logic goes out the table because you're just trying to get the validation and attention from somebody attractive. No, there's so much more to successful relationships than attraction, because it's a wild world out there, I tell y'all. It's a wild world.
We can all clearly see that all this woman wanted is to chase after Chad and Tyrone. But now that she got pumped and dumped on repeat, she comes to the realization that it is a wild world out there. There is nothing that humbles modern women quicker than getting pumped and dumped by Chad and Tyrone. That is why she can even see now that she was the problem in her marriage, because the same problems keep happening in all her relationships, which made her realize that she is the common denominator in all these failed relationships. But of course, women like this will start calling themselves life coach and start giving dumb advice online, and the worst part is that other women actually listen to her because all they care about is about how you make them feel at the moment. We will finish up with a clip of this woman painting herself as the victim in her so-called toxic marriage, so that you guys can see that modern women are incapable of taking full responsibility for their actions, even when they know that they were the one that f***ed up.
So a past breakup or divorce is still haunting you, like a lot. So what do you do about it? I'm going to oversimplify it, and then I'll help kind of get you some clarity on what to do if you're still caught up on past hurts. You choose to heal it. I wouldn't be the person that I am sharing with you all had I not gotten divorced. Why? Because a lot of the content I share and a lot of the lessons I've learned and who I've become as a self-aware, amazing woman is because I went through the divorce and I went through a very toxic marriage. Had to learn those things, had to go through that pain in order to evolve and to grow and to learn. So my challenge to you, if you are hurting and struggling from a past relationship or breakup, is what is that trying to teach you so that you can evolve and grow and become the best version of yourself because of the pain, not in spite of the pain or not with the pain, because healing can make the pain go away because you recognize that pain served a purpose.
No, ma'am, you are not an amazing person. You are a selfish woman. No, ma'am, your marriage was not just toxic. You were the toxic one. This is the blueprint on how modern women shift the blame on their exes and call them toxic, narcissist, and controlling, even though they were the true toxic ones in the relationship. You just can't make this shit up. Fellas, protect yourselves at all times against these types of women. And above all, don't forget to keep your head up, focus on your goals, and everything else will follow. I love you, and I appreciate you for all your support. Please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and share to help push this content to more men in need. I'm out. Peace.